Chapter 7. The Mayor, the Wife and the Football Club. Soon after the move to Bleakridge, Bursley made Denry a town councillor. He was the youngest councillor in the town, and one of the richest men in the 5 towns. But Councillor Cottrell still called him young man. Denry did not like Councillor Cottrell, but he was very friendly with Nellie and her mother. So, when he bought one of the first cars in the 5 towns, he decided to invite them to go for a drive. When he got there, Nellie came to the door. "Come in," she said. "I've got a surprise for you." In the sitting room, next to Mrs. Cottrell, Denry saw a wonderful woman, beautifully dressed in black. When she turned to look at him, Denry suddenly recognized her. It was Ruth. Then he remembered that Ruth had married a rich man, Mr. Capron Smith, who had recently died. "Well, Denry," she said softly. "Well, Ruth?" Conversation was not difficult. Ruth was talking about a holiday in Switzerland. Denry listened with interest. After a few minutes, the front door opened, and Mr. Cottrell was heard in the hall. He did not come into the sitting room, so Mrs. Cottrell went out to speak to him. When she came back, she was crying. "It's the bank," she cried. "After all these years, and now, suddenly, all his money." Nellie and Ruth ran to her, and Denry decided it was probably better to leave. But as he walked into the hall, he met Councillor Cottrell. He was looking very worried. "Ah, Denry," he said. "You're a friend of the family. We've no secrets from you. I'm afraid things are looking bad. The fact is, the bank wants its money and I can't pay." "What are you going to do?" asked Denry. "We'll all go to Canada. My brother lives there. He's in the building business. He'll give me a job. It's stupid, really. I only need £2,000 for a month or two until I sell the houses I'm building. I say," he continued, "you don't have 1,000 or two, do you, young man? There'll be an excellent profit in 2 or 3 months. You and I have been friends for 10 years. "And I suppose I've come to visit you once a fortnight," answered Denry. "Perhaps 250 times in 10 years. That's £8 a visit, Cottrell. That's more expensive than the most fashionable doctor in England." This conversation does not make Denry look very kind. But Councillor Cottrell had called him young man too many times. Several weeks later, the Cottrells left Bursley and took the train to Liverpool, where they would take the ship to Canada. On the day they left the 5 towns, Denry happened to meet Ruth in the street. "Did you know they had the cheapest tickets for the ship?" she said. "It's terrible, and it's too late to change them now." "No, it isn't," said Denry. "I could go to Liverpool and arrange it. The ship doesn't leave until tomorrow." "Let's both go," she said, "and we'll pay half each for their new tickets." they had a very pleasant train journey. Ruth was warm and friendly to Denry, and as the train pulled into Liverpool, he had a very strange thought. I could still marry her. She's a fine woman, and now she's rich herself. They found the Cottrells and paid for them to travel in a more comfortable part of the ship. Mr. Cottrell said he would repay them, Mrs. Cottrell cried, and Nellie said nothing at all. The ship's bell rang for the second time. Denry and Ruth said their goodbyes and started to leave. Then Denry looked back and saw Nellie's sad little face. He felt as he had never felt before in his life. He wondered what was happening to his legs. He turned and ran back to Nellie. "Look here," he whispered. "Come with me for a moment. There's something I want to give you. I left it in the taxi." Ruth was already lost in the crowds of people leaving the ship.